This is Twit.
BlackBerry has concluded its sale, and the buyer is nobody. Instead, the company will borrow $1 billion from investors, led by former would-be purchaser Fairfax Financial, who will start off the loaning with $250 million. Thorsten Hines will step down as CEO and board member. Former Sybase CEO John Chen will take over as executive chairman of the board and interim CEO. Fairfax had until today to finalize its bid to buy BlackBerry. Fairfax chief Prem Watsa will now return to BlackBerry's board as lead director.
Well into its initial public offering roadshow, Twitter has issued another update to its S-1 filing today. The company was recently issued a letter from IBM alleging that Twitter infringes on at least 3 U.S. patents held by IBM, quote, inviting us to negotiate a business resolution of the allegations. Twitter also raised its IPO estimate to $23 to $25 per share, which is up from the previous $17 to $20. A lot of people thought that that was priced rather low, which is a sign of the company's confidence that it's expecting a strong turnout when it lists, despite potential patent wars.
The FAA relaxed its rules on when you can use electronics on airplanes, so Amazon has thrown everyone a deal for one day only. Amazon has a one-day-only thank you FAA sale today. If you buy a Kindle on November 4th, you'll get 15% off if you use the promo code THNKSFAA at checkout. Thanks, FAA, without the A. The offer applies to the Kindle Fire HD, and the Fire HDX, but not the Paperwhite.
Should really thank the FAA by buying an air traffic controller, a Kindle. Google Glass, still an experimental piece of hardware, don't forget, has taken a step towards user-friendliness. Instead of having to visit a Google office to get in-person instruction on using the device, new Glass owners are invited in by friends and can have the glasses shipped to them, but they're still invited to a Google Plus Hangout that takes them through the setup process and gives them a little lesson in the history of glass.
You know what improves the capacity and efficiency of hard drives?
No.
Well, I'm going to tell you. It's helium.
Oh.
It's helium! Western Digital has announced that the HGST subsidiary has begun shipping the new 6-terabyte UltraStar HE6 hard drive, a model that seals the spinning disk platters inside a hermetic chamber filled with helium instead of air. Why? Helium has just 1/7 the density of air, so it reduces the turbulence caused by spinning disks and the heads that move around to read and write data. That translates to lower power consumption and less heat waste in the data centers that use these drives. If you're wondering how much less, Western Digital says the power used per terabyte drops 49%.
I put helium in everything now. Yeah. Apple's lost a top iOS engineer. Henry Lamoureux is retiring from his position as iOS engineering vice president. Now, Lamoureux was in charge of developing the apps that come with iOS. He also was one of Scott Forstall's top lieutenants. He was with Apple since 1990.
Windows Phone is more popular than iOS in Italy, according to July through September numbers from Cantor, Worldpanel, Comtech. Microsoft's share is made up almost entirely of Nokia phones and rose to 9.2% of sales in Europe's 5 major markets. That's UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. Research from Counterpoint kept the good news flowing for Nokia as the manufacturer passed Motorola to take 4th place in worldwide smartphone shipments for the 3rd quarter of 2013 with 4.4%. Apple and Samsung are neck and neck at the top with about 34% each, followed by LG at 8.6%.
Samsung has agreed to license Nokia patents for 5 more years and has agreed to pay Nokia additional compensation starting on January 1st, according to a statement from Nokia today. The amount will be settled in a binding arbitration expected to be concluded at the end of 2015. The previous agreement was set to close at the end of this year, so the timing's very good. After agreeing to sell its handset division to Microsoft back in September, Nokia's largest business going forward is networking equipment and generating licensing income from its patents.
The U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear an appeal in a class action lawsuit against Facebook. The company had agreed to pay $9.5 million in the suit for alleged violations of privacy rights regarding their Beacon ad service, the now defunct service. 4 members of the class disagreed with that settlement and appealed to the Supreme Court. Court's decision not to hear the case means the settlement is now final.
Pictures of Valve's prototype steam machines have hit the internet. What does it look like? It looks like a small black rectangular pizza box PC with a big circle on one side and 2 USB ports on the front. Another picture shows it in white or in black. These prototypes were built using off-the-shelf computer parts, so the final product will probably look a little different. The steam machines are expected to be shown off at CES in January.
Is there pizza in it?
I don't think so.
Or helium? No, nothing?
Soon.